While the world scrolls, we build. While others talk, we turn wrenches, wire walls, and shape futures.
Trade isn't just what we do, it's who we are.
Welcome to Beyond the Trade, where we go deeper than the toolbox, beyond the classroom, into the real stories, skills, and sparks that make the trades thrive.
Brought to you by NESC Technical Institute, where skill meets purpose.
Thank you so much, Elyse, for joining us today. How are you?
Thank you very much for having me. I'm a bit nervous, but definitely
Don't be nervous.
I'm excited to be here, and I really appreciate you inviting me on Beyond the Trade.
No problem. So let's get straight into it.
Yes.
Very briefly, tell us who Elyse is.
Oh, how much time do we have? My name is Elyse Amanda Henry. I am the Corporate Secretary, Managing Director, Marketing Officer, chauffeur, chef, mommy, wife, everything wrapped up into one. I am an entrepreneur, and I lead the corporation K.E. Henry and Associates Ltd, which is co-owned with my husband, Keston Henry. That is who I am in a nutshell. When we have a little more time, we can go deeper into it. But that is basically who I am in a two-liner.
So who is K.E. Henry?
K.E. Henry and Associates is a family business owned and operated by myself and my husband, Keston Henry. K.E. Henry is a brand that I established in 2018, and it really represents our family, myself, Keston, and our daughter, Kyla. So that is K.E. Henry, Keston, E, Elyse, K.E., Kyla, Elyse Henry. So it's a representation of my family, and it really is supposed to fortify us in terms of longevity and success planning. At K.E. Henry and Associates, we service and maintain the industrial and commercial steam boilers, as well as hot water boilers across the manufacturing sector of Trinidad and Tobago.
And you would have had a more corporate background.
Yes, I had a very established career in the private sector of Trinidad and Tobago. As early as 18, I had gotten a job at a leading retail bank in Trinidad, and I have actually progressed through many sectors, including manufacturing, finance, media, pharmaceuticals, before coming into the company full-time.
So now you just made this giant leap into trade and getting your hands dirty. And do you do welding and the electrical and all of this alongside your husband?
So when I first started off at K.E. Henry, I did not have a lot of trade skills. I came into the business with a lot of administrative skills in terms of marketing, accounting, human resources, client relations. Those were my strongholds. But the market in an engineering field requires you to be a lot more versed and a lot more technical, and I did not have any technical background whatsoever. So I saw a need for example, scaffolding inspection and certification was a need and a gap that we needed to fill. So I got certified as a scaffolding inspector. Because of the type of business that we do, I needed to become welding certified. Not that I weld every day, but I can definitely pull a bead and I can pull my own at least, as well as HSC training and other confined space, work at heights. These are things that are required on the field every day. And I had no other choice but to upskill myself and change my direction as I entered into the engineering field.
And how did you feel the first day where you had to take off your blazer and put on that helmet and you're just in this male-dominated environment?
So I remember when I was first coming over, at first it was not a giant leap, it was little baby steps. When I had started to introduce myself into the field, it would first start off as visits to factories along with my husband. And I would get an appreciation for what my team would do and how technical it was. I remember purchasing my first pair of steel-tip boots. I have a picture of it still. On one foot I had heels, and on the other foot I had my steel-tip. And it started off very slowly at first, entering that transition from corporate life into technical. It was only in 2023 that I fully come over into K.E. Henry, having left a full-time job. At that moment, it was definitely a very scary time for me, knowing that I would be leaving a secure job, knowing that I'd be leaving a secure income. It was quite intimidating. But as I entered into the field, I used my confidence to propel me and to maintain client relations with all of my clients, and to establish myself as a force to be reckoned with. Now I have a reputation of being a true ambassador for my brand. I'm a very frank and open speaking person, and so because of that, people appreciate my approach. And I also bring from a feminine side, the female side, I bring some sense of structure and organization into what we do.
Do you see yourself continuing learning more of the hands-on aspect of it?
Absolutely. I am a firm advocate for lifelong learning and continuous studies. I am an example of formal education. I hold a bachelor's of business administration, and I also have a master's of marketing. And when I completed those courses of study, I did not stop. I continued learning throughout the years. As you would know, I would have upskilled myself. And so I would encourage anyone to find their niche and find their passion, and to certify themselves formally in what brings you joy. As well as you spoke about, my continuous learning. I would always encourage someone to continue upskilling themselves. There are so many areas of opportunity in which we exist today for smaller things. For example, I saw one of my friends recently becoming certified in AI, and this is a fairly new development. And now he has a diploma in AI, and I thought that was quite interesting and encouraging to myself. So it spurred me on to want to achieve more. So much so that I have made the decision to go on to do my doctorate. So the next time you speak to me, you'll be calling me Dr. Henry.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Tell me what a commercial boiler is.
So a commercial boiler is a large piece of equipment that is utilized in the manufacturing industry, hospitals, etc. And a hot water or steam boiler produces steam or hot water that is used in manufacturing processes to make the food that we eat. For example, the soft drink that you drink, the box that comes to package, boxing companies use it to produce the pulp that makes the boxes. Hospitals use steam to sanitize equipment, and that's very important because not sanitizing equipment can lead to infections. And so a boiler is actually the heart of a manufacturing organization, and it goes quite unseen, really and truly. So what we do, we come like we are the cardiologists of these manufacturing industries, and I like to coin that for ourselves because we repair these industrial boilers, and companies trust K.E. Henry to restore them to full operational certification and to make sure that they are well within their compliance.
So who are some of your clients?
So some of our major clients in the manufacturing industries are companies such as Coca-Cola, Nestle, Whitco, National Flour Mills, Angostura, which trades as Trinidad Distillers Ltd. And we also serve the public health sector, such as North Central Regional Health Authority, as well as Northwest Regional Health Authority. So we have a very wide range of clients. But really and truly, as long as you have a boiler, we are at your service. Boilers are also used in the hotel industry. So companies such as Hilton and Hyatt also uses boilers. Oh. Hilton is one of our major clients.
Oh, I did not know all those companies had boilers.
Yes, it's quite a learning opportunity when it is you understand what we do.
Yeah. And how do you balance practical trade knowledge with the business side of running an engineering company?
Well, coming from such an established administrative background, I had a lot of experience in business administration. My degree which I acquired from University of New Brunswick, the Bachelor's of Business Administration, was very instrumental in giving me the skills I needed to get a full, very wide aspect in terms of business administration. I would have done a major in marketing as well as human resource management, and later branched off into marketing specifically. But to balance, I found in the beginning was a bit difficult, because coming from such sheltered in terms of, you're always in an office, and then having to go on the field where the environment conditions were very challenging at first in terms of the heat and whatnot. I was so accustomed being very, very indoors. And now that you're part of the trade, you have to be very versatile. You have to be ready at the go. I always have a steel tip boots and a change of clothes, hard hat, gloves, safety glasses in my vehicle, because I never know when it is I would be asked to fill in for one of my team members. And it's quite exciting, actually. It is very, very exciting, because before you would find a lot of monotonous. Every day you're doing the same thing, filing paper, doing a work process. Now, when I wake up in the morning, I'm happy to be alive, and I never know where I'm going to end the day. I can actually be in office, or I can be on the road, or I can be interfacing with a client, and it's quite interesting. And so you have to have that sense of balance in terms of you must be adaptable, and you must be able to be open to opportunities, because, like I said, at the beginning of the day, you really don't know what's going to happen by the end of the day.
And did you feel some sense of power when you married the administration, the skill, and the business together?
Absolutely. When I first met my husband, I saw something in him that really interests me. And it just happened so naturally. Being, as I said, married into business administration and then the technical arm of it, it just clicked. It was very, very natural for us. Over time, we would have worked on it together as a couple, and we have found some difficulty in terms of separating business from personal life, but we work at it very intently, and with at least a common goal and a common vision in mind to ensure that we achieve what we set out to do. We have our daughter together, and so that's a common goal for us, to ensure that we leave a legacy for her, and that she is going to be a key part as well in the K.E. Henry legacy.
So you mentioned you have a daughter. What advice, or how would you encourage other women to get into more trades and show them that, okay, I could start my own business from this?
I would definitely encourage any woman who has the intent to become a trades person. I would definitely encourage her to try. It may not always work out in your favor, but you must try. If you have a skill, it could be baking, it could be balloon decorating. That's something that I do very easily. It could be event planning, whatever it is. Once you're good at your hands and you want to try and establish yourself and your brand, your reputation, I say go for it. As for my daughter, she's with me always. Wherever I go, majority of the time she's with me. And so I try to lead by example what I would want her to do. And I always tell her that the only thing that is important in life is that she's happy. And so I would like for her and other women to find their sources of joy. And when you find that, you put yourself into it and put your all into it and give yourself the opportunity to make money doing something that you love. There are so many opportunities for women in the trade sector, in the industrial sector of Trinidad and Tobago, and not just in Trinidad, but regionally, there are many opportunities for women to establish themselves as leaders in higher levels as well as middle level management. One such area is health and safety. Is constantly developing and changing. What I would have prepared for last year in terms of HSC requirements have actually changed this year. And it's constantly evolving. And this is an aspect I believe that women can bring some structure and organization to. Because it's so rapidly changing, women have that keen sense of being able to balance and juggle the different changes. And they will do well to administer the changes throughout an organization. So I would definitely believe that there are opportunities out there for women, and I would encourage any woman to upskill themselves. And you can do it while you are pursuing your current area of expertise. And you can definitely find an opportunity and you test the waters. And if it takes, you can just decide that this is what you want to do.
And what was some of the unexpected challenges you would have faced more moving into a trade business?
So one of the major aspects we would have had is training and getting persons that were suitably qualified for the role. Within our industry, it is imperative that future employees become certified in confined space as well as work at heights at the basic. It helps a lot when persons are certified in first aid, fire watch, etc. And what I had to do as the leader of the company was to invest quite a hefty fund in upskilling all of my workers because they were not certified. And as I had said before previously, in the aspect and space of HSC, it's constantly evolving and developing. And because we want our company to be compliant, we needed to engage in training. And so that was definitely a challenge for me. I was a bit worried that it might have been a lot more costly than I expected. I would not have budgeted for it in the beginning, and so I had to adapt as the requirements changed.
That is why they should come to NESC to get
I would
certified.
strongly agree.
Certified.
Strongly agree. and to just give you some sense of confidence here, there is an employee on my staff that is a graduate of NESC, and so therefore it's very hopeful that future graduates of your programs can find employment here.
And what advice you would give to young people that wants to open their own trade business or follow in your footsteps or something similar?
I would encourage anyone who is interested in opening their own business. But firstly, I would encourage anyone to upskill themselves at this institution. It definitely augurs well for persons who would like to certify themselves in any trade, as well as it gives future employees an opportunity to become certified. But as a business owner, I would definitely encourage you, if you have a business idea or a model that you want to see come to life, I would say bet on yourself.
Okay.
Invest in yourself.
So the advice would be just to bet on yourself.
You are your own best investment. And so you know what you are capable of, and don't let anyone deter you from trying to be the best that you are. Hone your skills, develop them, become a niche, and I would say to them, become the subject matter expert in whatever it is you do. Whether it's metal fabrication, welding, auto mechanics, information technology, whatever you choose to do, you have the opportunity to become the expert in your area, to become someone that everyone looks forward to and comes to for advice. Build your brand and your reputation. Put yourself into it. And you can start very small at first, and as you develop a clientele and you get more confidence as a business owner, you can establish a storefront, and then you could have branches, and then you are breaking barriers and you're going regionally. I would not deter anyone from trying a business on their own. I have started when I was 18 years old with a smaller business venture before this one. It was not as successful, but I never quit, and I continued. And I would encourage young persons today to stay focused, to listen to their parents, put education first before anything else, and you will see success.
What would you say has been the proudest moment so far, fully stepping into your entrepreneurial role?
Earlier this year, I took my team to Barbados. We got our first job outside the borders of Trinidad and Tobago, and that was an extremely empowering and motivating moment for me as a business owner. Having gotten that job done successfully, it gave me such confidence that my brand and reputation would be able to grow outward from Trinidad and Tobago, breaking barriers. And we were established following that as a business, as a corporation, as a company in Barbados. So now K.E. Henry has broken the barriers and was able to establish a branch in Barbados.
Oh. So y'all will be taking Trini people to work in Barbados?
Absolutely. So our presence in Barbados is fully dependent on staff from Trinidad. If I do get confirmed jobs in Barbados, I have to take my Trini team to Barbados with me. So there's opportunity for travel, there's opportunity to widen your horizons, and it's quite an exciting time for us.
I am very impressed.
Thank you.
So what's next for you? What's next for the business?
Now that we are established in Barbados, it has given me a boost of confidence. And now all that I can think about is regional expansion. I would have recently done a trade expo with TTME through TIC, which is our third year being there. And this year, their theme was business across borders. And that could not resonate more with me. In the next coming months and years, I intend to take my brand and reputation across the CARICOM territories, including Guyana, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Jamaica, just to name a few.
So we expecting to see you everywhere.
You're just going to see us everywhere because definitely we have such a niche in terms of our ability to repair these very highly specialized equipment. We definitely want other CARICOM territories to experience the quality, integrity, and passion that K.E. Henry has to offer.
Okay, well, I'm excited to hear.
I am so happy to hear that. And we will take you all along the journey with us. Keep you informed and definitely invite you over when we establish ourselves.
So thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you very much for having me.
I just have one question.
Yes.
What is your hype song? This song that when you put on your steel tip boots, what pops into your head? Like you're ready for the day?
That's such a difficult question to answer because I have so many favorite songs. I have so many favorite artists. I do like soca, but to say it's my hype song,
it don't have to be soca.
There's a song from Sia, Unstoppable.
Okay.
And that song got me through some very low moments in my life. And it helped me to affirm within myself that I was truly unstoppable. And every time I get hit down, I always get back up. And I will encourage anyone else. Life isn't always highs. It is about highs and lows. And when you are experiencing a life high, you need to prepare for a period of low. And what you do in those moments that you are experiencing success determines how you would fare through periods of low. And you just go with the roller coaster. Life is a roller coaster. And I would say that is a song that helps me to focus and to remind myself that nothing can keep me down.
Okay, well, thank you so much, Elyse, for being here.
Thank you, Samara. I appreciate it so much.
You are truly unstoppable.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.